Hey everyone, hope you're all very well. Just wait for a few people to join us and also just do a sound check. You can probably hear the dog barking as well. But yeah, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or a yes or no if you can't. Cool, so I think everyone can hear, so that's good. I can't see anyone, says Fluffy Bog. Right, okay, well, I'm just going to get started with this right away. So let me switch over to camera now. Hey, I think that's working. Again, if you can't see me, just shout. What I'm going to do as well, because I've usually got Stuart here. Unfortunately, I'll explain in a minute, but Stuart's not here. So let me just pop out the chat so I can see that as well. I can see all you guys. Hey, everyone's there. Brilliant. Hello everyone, I'll do a quick few shout outs. Slimy Monster, I'm in Denmark. That's cool. I've never been to Denmark, love to go. Robbie YT, is that YouTube? Hello. And Vodir says he can see, so that's good. Or she, sorry, I don't know if you're he or she. Little QT girl, yes we can see you. Brilliant, okay. There's that famous face, says Eric Ramirez Gaming. What? Funny. Yeah. I'm from Germany, says Wolfie. I've been to Germany actually. It's a really cool place. I went to a few places actually. Just trying to think. It was in 2007. Where did I try? I went on a bike to Berlin mainly and travelled around there. Where's your cardboard cutout of Stuart? Do you know what? That's a very good point, says Jed. I still haven't done a Stuart cardboard cutout. I need to do that. Is that Peter, says Anti-Celeste. Hello, Celeste. I love you, says... Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm terrible with names. Wyseek Sagromski. That's a really cool name, though. I'm from Scotland, says Fluffy Bog. We got a few people from Scotland, actually. Scottish Geeks, funny enough, is from Scotland. Blake Brown, how do you animate your models you create? Well, I'll tell you what, let's just, this is kind of, what we've been doing is we're doing a mixture of our making a Bubblegum Monster and then we've been playing games, but because Stuart's not here, I won't be playing a game on my own. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to chat to you. The reason why Stuart is not here today is because, unfortunately, his wife was very ill last week and she was actually in hospital and had to have 2 blood transplants. So he's obviously very understandably supporting her through this, and so he couldn't make it today. So I'm doing this on my own. But it's a great opportunity to chat to you guys again. I always love doing this. So before I go any further with the questions, I'll just give you a couple of little updates as well. So if you guys follow the community tab, we very often post up on there. And the last post I did was one of Freddy, which is on our upcoming film. Now, I did manage since then to do a short animation, which I'll show you now. It's really short. It's actually so short that if you blink, you'll miss it. But this is of just that clip, but just animated. And I put it on a loop. So there you go. That's oh, it's not on a loop for some reason. I'll play it again. There you go. It's Freddy. Let me see if I can just... Hang on a sec, sorry. Let me just see if I can change that to a loop. I don't know why that's not looping. For some reason it's changed, so let me try again. There you go. So that should be looping now. So literally that's the start of that film. Now, we've been doing sort of this sort of TikTok type thing where what happens is we do a more sort of darker type themed film, usually around FNAF. Where's my chat gone? I've lost it. Hang on. Which was our last one, which was the Springtrap one in the woods. A lot of people have been asking if the girls survived that. I don't think they did. I don't think they survived. Either that or Springtrap just likes coloured ribbons and he very kindly let the girls go afterwards but kept their ribbons. But we all know what Springtrap's like, and he's a dodgy person. Rebecca, sorry Peter, please repeat, I missed the beginning. Rebecca, that's fine. Sorry, it's my fault actually, Rebecca. Rebecca does all of the, what would you call it, sort of policing of the chat, and I forgot to tell Rebecca that we're on today. But yeah, so Stuart's not here, Rebecca, just because his wife's very ill at the moment, so he's with her. But that's all you've missed really, and then just showing Freddy the animation. Do you still have those badges, says Aussie Builder? Well, the thing is, we do have the badges. It's all still as a 3D print, but the printer that Stuart uses has broken. Although what I'm thinking is, and I think I may have mentioned this before, but I'm thinking of getting a bigger printer, which can print literally like full-size masks, which would be great for cosplay and things like that. We can literally print up your own costume. It could be like a FNAF costume or whatever you wanted, sort of thing. So that would be, I think, quite cool, because obviously we do the real FNAF, which people get confused because they go, it's not real FNAF because they're not really their computer graphics, which is true. But the reason why we call it real FNAF isn't because of that. We call it real FNAF because they're in real locations. They're not in a computer game. So that's where the confusion is. But it would be cool to actually do like an actual real costume. That would be really cool. And actually, when I did the original film with Stuart, I actually wanted them to be real costumes, but we just didn't have time to make that. But that would be quite cool to do in a film. So questions. ZJ, is my song montage going to be in the gallery? I have no idea. I don't deal with the gallery, I'm afraid. That's all on Stuart, and unfortunately, as I just mentioned, Stuart's got his hands full at the moment and dealing with something a lot more serious. So we'll give him some time, and I'm sure he will get on that soon enough. How do you do stuff that looks so cool? Things so real. Big fan of yours, says Harishi Kesh. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It's a mixture of things, I guess. A lot of time, a lot of experience. I mean, I've been doing this sort of stuff for going on 22 years, something like that. I'm quite old and I'm quite experienced in it. Though they are still quite rushed. I still don't have enough time to do all of it. But it's also lighting as well is a big key thing. If you want stuff to look real in computer graphics, lighting is really key, and also not making everything look super clean. Always make things look a bit rough, and especially with the FNAF stuff. Obviously, they're old animatronics and things like that. That kind of answers the Nightwolf DJ's question of the old animatronics that you show in your videos. Are they real? No, they're not real. They're all computer graphics, but we would like to make real ones using 3D printers. That would be really cool. So another thing I wanted to just mention was about the real FNAF versus kids, which is this whole TikTok kind of thing. So the last one was Springtrap. That was a serious one. The next one will be another kids one, because we definitely have a fan base for them. They started off it was a silly video I put up because it was basically because I wanted to show my son that the FNAF characters aren't real, which I know obviously a lot of people think they are real, but I was because he was a bit scared, and I said, no, they're not real, it's all pretend, it's all computer graphics, and this is how it's done. And so then I did this short little video. Literally, it was just like a 20-second video of Chica in a cupboard, and the door opens, and I said, oh, you've got to act scared and get into the bed and act all scared, and he loved it. And then his cousins saw it, and then they wanted to make a film, which then became that very first one we've done called Real FNAF Bonnie against versus Kids, which has gone just bonkers. I mean, it's like nearly 12 million views, which is insane. So we thought, well, let's do a few more. People seem to like them. And so we've done that. We've done a Chica versus Kids, and the next one will be Freddy and another character versus Kids. And there will also be other characters from a different universe in there, which I think is going to have a love-hate thing. But hey, the kids wanted them in there, so we just, well, let's do it, because it is really about the kids. So that's the next thing. So I'm going to show you in a second, because one thing I want, like, we get a lot of people going, oh, the acting is really bad with the kids, and can't you direct them more and things like that. And I'm just like, I don't think people realise what a nightmare it is to direct kids of that age. I mean, one's 3, and the other, in fact, she was 2 on a lot of those shots, a lot of those videos, and the others are 5. So it's just an absolute nightmare to get them to do anything. And so I put a little montage together of just some of those nightmare moments. I literally just did it just before I came on air, so it's a bit rushed, but it might be quite fun for you guys to see. And it's also got my mum acting as Chica in part of it as well, which I thought would be quite fun. So I'll show that in a sec. I'll answer a few more questions quickly. Little Cutie Girl, are you going to make a FNAF 4? Yeah, we are. It is there, kind of. I've still got the script, which I've been working on for about a year, but I really wanted to make it good because it's kind of going to be the natural successor to the original FNAF movie that we did, which, if you haven't seen, is on the channel. It's about 24 minutes long, and the other stuff we've been making sort of shorter because we know you guys like it, so we try and get stuff out as quickly as possible. But it would be nice to do another Obviously, it's not feature length, but something a little bit longer than the sort of 5-minute ones that we're doing at the moment. So there will be one. And I'm trying to wrap up, because I work during the day as well, and so does Stuart. So we both have full-time jobs, and we do this literally in our spare time. But with your support, which has been amazing, and as you've seen the channel growing, and I think we're at like nearly 160,000 now, we are getting to a point at the moment where it is possible for me to spend more time on the channel, because there's enough money coming in there. I can kind of balance it, but it's still not certain, because obviously we rely on adverts on YouTube, and the adverts on YouTube aren't the most reliable thing. It'd be what we need to do is get more of a Patreon thing going and things like that. But I have got enough that I can now start spending more time on these things. So hopefully in the next 6 months you'll start seeing more solid, longer films. And also, there's a few more things I want to. We've kind of become a FNAF channel, but we've always wanted to just like make short films. So there's another few bits and pieces I'd like to do as well, and that I'll hopefully be getting back in the mix as well. Bubblegummonsters, did you know Bendy Chapter 4 will come out this week on Saturday? Oh, I didn't actually, although I knew it was coming out soon through Scottish Geek. But that'd be cool to see. So yeah, that's coming out soon. Are you going to do Sister Location? Says Nightmare Batgirl. That's a good question. The one I'm working on has kind of got part of that in, which is a mix between FNAF 4 as well. But talking about Sister Location, we did do a while ago a Bubblegum Monster, making of a Bubblegum Monster of Ballora. So I made the head, and I finally finished that a few weeks ago, which is there. I'll just share that. So that's how Bubblegum Monster won. I can't remember who won it. Stuart's got all the notes on that, so we'll have to send that out to them, whoever won that, which will be an electronic signed copy of that, which we'll be sending to the winner of that Bubblegum Monster. Aussie Builder, you can send it. The trouble is, at the moment, like I said, the printer's broken, so there's no badges to go round at the moment. But you're welcome to send a reminder. But yeah, I need to buy a new printer, or at least get the parts for that one to work. So anyway, back to what I was just talking about. I'm just going to quickly show you, because I thought it was quite funny, just some of the nightmare outtakes of just trying to direct kids, because it is like trying to direct a bunch of wild cats in a bag full of cactuses as well. So it's just completely manic. So here's the outtakes. In fact, give me a shout if you haven't got sound with it, because it's got like sound and music over the top as well. But I think it should work. Go right. I can still see you. I can still see you too. Both out the other way. Back. Further back. Toby, right to the top. Right to the top. Toby, Billy, right. I can see your feet. Just stand right to the top. Okay, ready and action. And you're meant to be scared. No. You've got to stop. You've got to look this way first of all and run. That's it. Run. Now do it again then. And up where the door from is. He didn't look scared. Look up to the door. Up to the door. Just stay down. Sit there. That's it. No. Sit down. Stay there. Just sit and look. Just sit. That's it. Just looking. And pretend you're serving your food. Toby. Pretend you're serving your food. Come on. That's it, Edie. You're talking. You give. No, sit down. You've got to sit there, Edie. No. Yeah, that's it. Now you just chat to Nanny. Okay. Edie. Sit there. You've got to sit there and act. Try walking down instead of going down on your bum. Remember walking down, not on your bum. Right, so look at the monster up here. Now look at your egg. And now throw it up at the hand. No, up at the hand. Look back up the hand. You're walking down, not something on your bum. Right, no being silly. Ready and action. Not on your bum. You're walking down. You can walk down. And action. So you're both walking down. You walk down. That's it.
I know. Well, look, turn it round. It'll look like it's whole again. There you go. So put it in the other hand. In the other hand. In the other hand. That's it. And you're going to throw it up. See if you can hit my hand when I say yeah. Okay, you ready? Okay, so looking at the hand. No, Billy, you're in the way. Just stay there. Okay, ready? Toby, sit up. Ready, and action. No, wait till you hear the knock. Wait till you hear the knock on the window. Action. Toby, don't, you're not snoring. Come on. Toby. Go right, I can still see you. I can still see you too. Go out the other way. Back, further back. My bad. Sorry. That was me. I pressed sound on now. Yeah, I pressed the mute button on the microphone, so the sound went off. But it's on now. Yeah, see, Rebecca says, turn your mic on. It's on. It is on now. Yeah, it's on now. So sorry about that. Yeah, so all I was saying was, yeah, that they are cute, but they are an absolute nightmare to work with. And that was just the bits that the camera was rolling, where I'd already spent about 10 minutes trying to get them to do what I want them to do and setting it all up, and then press record and they just do the complete opposite. Where is Freddie? So Freddie was, I did show this just now, I guess you just joined, Darren. It's basically very short, it's part of the next film that I will be doing. And it's very short, it's just literally that at the moment. That's the first animation I've started on the next film, which is a kids versus one with Freddy. And so that's all we've managed to do at the moment. But I will be hopefully updating you with some other bits and pieces very soon. And that's kind of all I wanted to do at the moment, because there wasn't that much news, so I just gathered a few bits and pieces together. But the thing is, so I'm working on that. That will be the next film coming out in the next couple of weeks. Will be the Freddy versus Kids, and then we will be doing another more darker, serious one again to kind of match the Springtrap one, which will be well, I'm not sure yet. We may do a follow-up to the Joy of Creation one, or it could be another kind of sort of like one of the other characters, like a darker side to one of the other characters. Asia Jackson, how did you get your YouTube name? We still need to do this. We just need to do a video because these are kind of common questions that come up. But basically, it was based on a girl I used to know on MSN, and she had a name. I think it was Pink Bubblegum Monster, and I just liked the name, so I just took part of it, and it became the YouTube channel. Will there be a Q&A with Freddy? Do you know what? That's another thing I'd love to do. It with Thunderclouds asks, will there be a Q&A with Freddy? It's just getting the time to do it, but I'd like to do it because the original one with Chica was 2D, but I'd like to do one in 3D, which is almost possible. I've got almost the technology. I've got some mocap stuff now, which I could kind of do it, but I haven't got the facial stuff to make his mouth move and stuff. I'm making a FNAF game. Do you have any tips or advice? Says Victor Pensgog. Well, it depends. If you're doing it all by yourself, there's a lot to learn there, and I would not try to push yourself. Like, don't try to do too much. And if you know anyone else that can help, and they've got different skills, so say you're very good at coding,
but you're not very good at art, find someone. There's a lot of people online that would be more than willing to help you out, even on like Reddit or places like that. You could find someone to help you out. So try to get as much help as you can, would probably be my advice, because making a game on your own takes a very long time. Yeah, so sorry, Rebecca, I've answered that now. Yeah, about where did the name come from? Did you find my animated video secrets demon episode 1 yet? No, sorry, Eric Ramirez. This last week has been crazy because of what's happened with Stuart's wife and everything, and it's just like totally like thrown us off of what we're doing at the moment. But I promise you, actually, let me copy it now. I will promise you I will look at that afterwards and ask me next Monday, and I'll go, yes, I've seen it and it's awesome. It better be awesome. It'll be awesome. I'm sure it'll be awesome. You're awesome. It's going to be awesome. Make Lefty. Yeah, Lefty's not that interesting though, is he really, Christian? He's alright. It's just a bit, it's pretty much the same as Freddy, really. Do you play FNAF 1? Not anymore. I only played it just for research for the film. And that was it. That's the only time I played it. Other than FNAF, what is your favourite game? I don't really play games. At all. Although I want to start playing that Fortnite, just because that was quite interesting. But I don't really have a favourite game. I used to work in the games industry for 12 years, and I just got so kind of like not bored of games, but I don't know. I just became so busy making films and things. I just don't really have time to play them. What's your favourite game? In fact, what do people think is a really cool game going on at the moment? What would they like to see? Peter, after the stream, tell me what is going on. Don't there, please. Don't stream. Tell me what is going on. Don there. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I will do, Rebecca. Yeah. Who's your favourite animatronic? Mine is Chica. Hey, mine's Wolfie. Mine's Chica as well. I love Chica. I just like her little bib that says sorry, I've got a phone call coming through then. I just like her little bib. It's just kind of a bit sinister, isn't it? Gars, how dare you not like Lefty? He's clearly best girl. Oh, sorry, Celeste. It's not that I don't like him. It's just... Is it a girl? It's not a girl, is it, Lefty? But it's I don't know. I just think there's more interesting characters. Michael Afton, good to see you here. I don't understand why some people hate FNAF. Maybe the fans might get crazy or worse, but the game is very decent and very interesting. Scott really had a cool idea. Well, the thing is, it is cool, and I think what he did was the fact that he expanded the universe so well with all the lore and everything. That's what's got people still interested in it now. So he did a very clever thing, really, because with a lot of these games, they just fade into the past and lose interest because the gameplay can only last for so long. But he's added this whole kind of like universe to it, which is why it's still very relevant now. 4 years on? When is your next video gallery going to come out? Says JJ Hay. Good question. JJ Hay Vlogs. It will come out when Stuart has time, because Stuart is the one that runs that, and like I mentioned earlier, his wife has been in hospital and been very ill. So when he feels ready, I'm not going to pressure him to try and get one out. But usually they come out on a Friday. The next one would, in theory, be this Friday, but I don't know if he's going to have time to do that. But if you haven't entered it in, please enter whatever piece of artwork you want to enter in. You email gallery in the title and email it to bubblegummonsters@gmail.com, and that will at some point go out into the gallery. Is there going to be toys like Toy Freddy next series? Like, please make toys. We can't really make toys because Scott Cawthorne would come down on us and probably sue us for making the toys of it. Although we are, and this is the interesting thing. See, I'm looking at. In fact, it'd be good to get your kind of opinions just here right now. I'm looking at making other animatronics that aren't like FNAF based, but they're not ones that have been made before, and putting them and start introducing them into some of the films. But it'd be nice to know, because I know a lot of people are very passionate about FNAF, and so you don't want to sort of like ruin the FNAF lore by creating your own ones. But is that something that would be cool? Is that something that people might want to see? Because if so, I've got a few ideas, and it would be quite fun to make them.
Zebjorn Thorson. Hey Pete, how many 3D designs have you made, I guess, or made? 3D. When you say 3D designs, do you mean FNAF ones, or do you mean just in general? Because also then in our Bubblegum Monster world, where we make the Bubblegum Monster ones, or just in general? Because in general, I've made thousands of stuffed creatures and things like that. But Bubblegum Monsters have made about, I don't know, probably about 30 or something there. Quite a lot. Haven't printed them all up. We've got about 20 printed. Bye, Michael Afton. Back to your evil ways. I don't kill anyone. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Should I subscribe to you? Says Darren. That's entirely up to you, Darren. I don't want to pressure you. But if you want to, if you like what we do, then I think you should. If you don't, then you definitely shouldn't, because you'll just be torturing yourself. FNAF, the best of luck in your room, and 1 million, or was that 100,000? No, it's 1 million, isn't it? 1 million. I hope so. That'd be cool, wouldn't it, get to 1 million? We're very far off that still. Have you heard of Doki Doki? Yes, I have, Asia Jackson. But I'll tell you who's done a little short on that. I haven't actually seen it yet, but Iron Horse Cinema have done a little short on that. So I know we've had a few requests for that, and we haven't got around to doing that. It's like this tidal wave of FNAF that we still have to get through before we get to things like Doki Doki or Bendy. Christian Christensen, iSub, thank you very much. It's very kind. I mean, every support we get from you guys, it is truly amazing. We do really, really appreciate all your support. It's just amazing the amount of friends you make on YouTube, and the amount of people that support you in what you do. So it is a really, really amazing thing. I just love YouTube, and that's why I love these chats. I love to be able to chat directly to you guys. Victor Penzgog, can he sue you for making toy animatronics but not the other? Well, this is no. So if we made our own animatronics, I mean, animatronics are animatronics. You can't sue someone for that. You might be able to sue if we start calling them Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably get sued. But yeah, if you call them like Four Nights at Freddy's or something like that, and they were your own animatronics, then yeah, that's something we could do, I guess. But it's I guess supply and demand. If that's what people would like, they can't get enough of the FNAF, and they want a sort of different sort of twist on it, then yeah, we're happy to do that. Hey Fernando, good to see you. Haven't heard from you for a while actually. I have to go. See you later. See you, Cedron. Thank you for joining us and your awesome questions. I'm going to have to go in a minute as well, because I want to keep this nice and short and sweet. Nice little half an hour thing. She-Wolf Art, hey, how you doing? We've got some regulars in here as well. It's good to see you all. We're gonna be wrapping up actually in a minute. But yeah, so just sum up. New FNAF versus Kids, which will be Freddy for definite, and possibly another character. We've got, I'm going to be catching up, I've caught up on some of the Bubblegum Monsters, so we're going to start releasing them again. And then we're going to do another darker one after that, FNAF vs Kids. So in probably a month's time, you'll start seeing stuff for that. Gallery might be out Friday, not sure, because Stuart's wife's ill and all of that. So not sure what's going on there. I'll have to speak to Stuart, but I'm giving him some space, which he definitely needs to be with his wife. And play Minecraft. Says yes. So that's what we will do next Monday. Hopefully, we will be playing Minecraft again, because I know Stuart's really wants to. He's been sort of getting into it, and hopefully he'll be able to show his skills. But they'll still be very poor, probably, compared to a lot of you guys that play it all the time. What's your fave song? I guess that is. Asia says, "Imagine" by John Lennon. I love that song. Hey, what's your favourite 3D build so far and why? Says the Big Kid. The 3D one is probably one of the... We did a lot from... We did Plants vs Zombies. We did Chomper, and that was really cool. Came out... I really liked that. It was big round and teeth and everything. It looked really good. I like Mike Afton. He is scooped. Yep, he got... Well, yeah. In fact, is it definitely... It's Michael Afton that got scooped. I'm not sure. I can't remember. There's definitely sort of like there's a lot of sort of different questions about that. Why is the live stream so rare these days, says Fernando. Well, but it's all been up in the air. Last week, I wasn't here because I was working in London. I think we did one the week before, though. Or maybe we didn't. I can't remember. But they're not very organised. That's when the time changes a little bit. But we have been doing them. They're just not as regular as we'd like, because everything just seems to be shifting all the time.
She-Wolf, Peter, I did a Terminator cosplay. Could I send... Yes, I'd love to see that. I love Terminator. And I love you, She-Wolf. I love all the stuff you do. So, yeah, send that as well. That'd be awesome. Hey, man! Oh, I'm going to do the voices again. Sorry, Celeste. I thought I do voices to different people. I can't... What was Celeste? What was your voice, Celeste? It was something like... Hey, man! No, it wasn't that. I'm watching Bubblegummonsters. It's awesome! That wasn't your voice. That wasn't your voice before. Was it? What did I do before? I think it was more squeaky. It was like, hey, Ma! I'm watching Bubblegummonsters. It's awesome! Do you edit your characters? When you say edit, do you mean animate or do you mean model them? I do all of it. All of it. Which is fun for the first sort of day, and then by the sort of fourth day, you're just like, oh, I've got to make another character, and then I've got to edit it, and then I've got to superimpose it all, and then I've got to, it's just, yeah, it's a long time, which is why they take so long to make. Fortnite is awesome. I've heard it's good, and then there's a lot of people playing it at the moment, so it would be cool to do that. And I wouldn't mind doing a little short film on that as well, actually. That'd be quite cool. So that's another thing. If people want to see other stuff other than just FNAF, it'd be good to know what else you want to see. Greetings from Poland, says ZXC5. Lovely to have you here. I think we've got a few Polish people. I've never been to Poland. I'd love to go. Can you're German? I guess you mean, can you speak German? No, I can't. The only word I know in German, apart from Spaghetti Deutsch, is Vater. And the only reason why I know Vater is because it's like fart, which I thought was quite funny when I was young. And that's it. And the thing is, I should know German because both of my grands were Austrian. So I should know German, but I don't know any of it. As always, 10 out of 10, Peter, says Celeste. I just did an impression of Celeste. And as she knows, that was very accurate. It must have been quite a strange, surreal thing for her because it probably felt like she was sort of hearing her own voice there. You should make real life Foxy as a babysitter. That's really interesting, actually. Right, yeah, that'd be quite creepy, though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine him knocking on your door to babysit your kids? No, you're definitely not coming in. Fernando, I see. Hope you two can get more time to do stuff for the channel. Yes, and get well soon for Stuart's wife. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, our thoughts are definitely with Stuart's wife. And yeah, we should be, in theory, getting more time over the next few months. Are your American staples, yes or no? So I can't pronounce your name. It's Russian, I think. Are you American staples, yes or no? I don't know what that means. But I haven't got any American staples with me. They might be from America. I've got staples. Maybe they're from America. I don't know. I'm on YouTube. Is Christian YT Gamer 1. There you go. So check out Christian YT Gamer if you've got time. Hey guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. That's right, like and subscribe. I never do that. I always feel like you're really sort of begging. But if you want to, yeah, like, subscribe. Well then, goodbye, says Fernando. Guten Morgen means good morning. Oh, it does, yeah, it does. Just a quick fact. And what's the other one? What's thank you again? See, I'm terrible with languages. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names. I think the general thing is I'm just terrible with anything about words and speaking in general. You should make your own FNAF fan game. You're very good at modelling animatronics. Thank you, Victor. And that is definitely something we are looking at doing. Yeah, it's definitely something. And if again, maybe we should do some poll just to see if some people are interested in it. But we are kind of looking into that right now. In terms, it might not be, it won't be a sort of game in the same style as FNAF, but it will have animatronic kind of characters in it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see your thoughts on that. Loved you, Freddy. Yeah, so Freddy is kind of a love-hate as well. A lot of people don't like the style of him. He was kind of a rushed character actually when we first made the movie, so he doesn't look exactly like Freddy, but I quite like him because he's got his own style. Okay, Q&A means questions and answers. Yeah, well, we are kind of doing that, aren't we? Questions, we've got questions and we've got answers, so that's kind of what we're doing. That's good. But actually we are pretty much out of time, so if there's any more burning questions, I'm going to wrap up in the next few minutes, so throw them to me now, and I'll try my best to answer them all in the next 3 minutes. Let's see what we can get. So questions we've got are, yay, Q&A means questions. It does mean Q&A, yeah. Christian Christensen says, let's rock. We've got all of the Rockstar FNAF characters actually, and there's so many things I want to do. I want to get all the Rockstar characters together and actually make a music video with them. That'd be really cool. Do you prefer Bonnie or Chica? I prefer Chica because I like her beard, but it says let's see. I find it quite sinister. Yeah, so that's what. Although I like Bonnie as well. In fact, Bonnie and Chica are probably my two favourite. Then Foxy and then Freddy. I know a lot of people like Foxy. If they ever made a FNAF movie, they should hire you. Thank you, Xenomorph. That would be really cool. But I'd probably be too busy doing all of my own ones. But yeah, that would be really cool. I'd love to have my own input into it because I think we've got some cool ideas that could make it quite scary. Send you 3 videos, but sure to check it. Yes, Chiwa, if you can send me your videos of Terminator, that'd be awesome. Makina Nishi, do you have nightmares sometimes? I do. One time I had a nightmare. I jumped out of bed and I cried a lot. Yeah, definitely. It's weird. I think when I was really young, I used to have nightmares a lot. As you get older, I find you don't so much. But there are just certain days. I think if I've had done lots of exercise or eaten certain things, that just seem to get loads of dreams. And you're right. Those horrible ones where you just do something like I had one where I was skiing and suddenly I hit a tree and it makes you jump, and that sort of stuff is quite scary, and just really surreal ones sometimes I just don't really make much sense, but they really stick in your head for a long time afterwards. I'm just trying to think. I had this really horrible dream once. I was talking to this guy and he just sitting opposite me and he just started chopping his fingers off. Really horrible. What's your favourite FNAF character, Chica? I love your videos, so Darren. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, we do really appreciate all your support on that as well. What are we doing? Says Logblogs. We just Q&A now. Q&A, we're just chatting. Thank you for subscribing. You are now officially... Oh yeah, Bubblegum. It says when you subscribe as well, you become a Bubblegummy, which I think Scottish Geek came up with the name. Celeste wants me... I assumed to do her voice again. Which I get. I've only just done it and I've forgotten it already. But it was something like, "Hey ma, got any questions? They're leaving." Dead silence. In fact, I'm not gonna do anyone else's voice. It's just Celeste. Every time Celeste says something, I'm just gonna do a voice. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? Somewhere quiet. I don't know, because I like where I live. But then I'd like to explore other places and live there for a few months. But I don't think I'd want to live... Because the thing is, you just have all your friends and family around you. If you could just uphaul everyone and move somewhere else and it would be like everyone's still there, then Canada, I think, would be quite nice. Do you love Golden Freddy or Spring Bonnie? Not really. They're alright. I just like more unique characters. When they're just the same characters but different colour or just a bit more burnt and stuff, it's not so interesting. That's why I like Springtrap, because I guess he is a bit like Bonnie, but the fact that he opens his head and he's got a dead corpse inside always makes it quite cool. Could you make a modelling tutorial? Says Victor. I've got a few, maybe not modelling, but I've got a few little tutorials and stuff. The thing is, it's difficult because there's so many areas of modelling you could cover that it could leave a lot of people scratching their head, so it's kind of difficult. I mean, maybe if we end up with another channel, maybe I'll do tutorials on that, because I'm always modelling, so it could definitely be something I could do. I'm just trying to flick through here before I wrap up, because I did say 3 minutes, it's been about 5. George Dawson, do you prefer the first movie made of the second? George, what movie? First movie made of the second. Or the second, I guess that means. But I guess you're talking about the FNAF movie. We've only made one. We've only made one sort of official one based on the games. The others are all kind of like, what would you call it? Parts, just little sort of mini films. What's your favourite Rockstar animatronic? I think Bonnie. Bonnie's my favourite Rockstar. Who's your other favourite? Oh, Springtrap and Chica. Log blogs, bye. See you later. So yeah, so there we go. I think I've wrapped up pretty much all the questions I can, and my throat's gone sore now because of Auntie Celeste and making me doing all those silly voices for her. And that's it. That's it, guys. So there you go. There's a little update on what's going on at the moment. And if you've missed it, then be sure to just rewind back at the end of this and check it out there. Because it's just a little few bits and pieces, but you can get a catch up on that. So that's it. So maybe a gallery on Friday. If not, we will definitely be back on Monday, and there will be a FNAF vs Kids coming out soon. So until next time, have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.